Hi, everyone. Nadine Briggs here from Simply Social Kids. I wanted to share with you a story today about a little boy, a 9-year-old boy, who made really huge progress by making really small steps toward a larger goal. And I think that's an important thing for us all to remember, that when we're asking kids to make changes or anybody to make changes, it's much easier if you do it in little tiny increments than if you try to make big giant leaps. We're going to have much more higher chance of success if we do that. So I did want to share the story about this one little guy who comes to my program. He's been with me, I don't know, 3 to 4 months, something like that. And when he first came, he really was more interested in the toys than he was the other kids. He likes to build forts out of these foam squares. He liked to build marble mazes. And whenever we'd ask him, would you want to play with another child? He would really not necessarily want to do that. He'd be more interested in the things that we had rather than the kids that were available to him. And he's in a group with other kids around his age, a pretty large group. We had lots of opportunities to play with other children, but for a while there, he was really more interested in just playing with the things that we had rather than the other kids. So then we started to work with him a little bit on his anxiety, and his anxiety in terms of understanding what it was, how to manage it, and start to really realize that you are in control of this, even though sometimes it feels like you aren't. And then we would give him little tasks and little friendship tasks. And we would talk about what friendship is and what friendship isn't. And we would teach him about all of that. Like, what does it take to be a friend to somebody else? And what should you look for friends and other people? And we would say to things to him like, why don't you try to play one new thing that you haven't played before this today? Or try to ask somebody to come join you to build the fort or the marble maze, and invite someone in to play with you and interact with that person. Why don't you try that one time today or even next week? We didn't really put a time frame on when he needed to do these things. He was really good about wanting to please adults, and so he was obedient in that way, and he would do what he was told. So he would take these little tasks that we would ask him to do each week, and he would do them. And as he started to do them, he started to really gain a lot more confidence. You could see him start to unlock a little bit in terms of his anxiety and his shyness. Then one day we had the whole group actually play this game that all of the kids love, regardless of the age. The little ones on up to the big ones, they love this game, where you take two Pokemon and you kind of merge them together and make a whole new Pokemon. And he actually hadn't talked about Pokemon very much with the other kids in the group, but I knew that that was something that he really, really enjoyed. He loves Pokemon. So on this particular day, we played this game. Everybody was, I mean, to say they were excited is really honestly an understatement. They were like screaming. They were so excited. They were just like, you got this new Pokemon. They loved it, loved it, loved it. And so I think in that moment, he also saw, oh, wow, like these are my people. Like they love this as much as I do. And he was loving it, loving it. And so I think that that was a big piece for him, where he thought, kind of could look around and say, wow, these people like what I like. And we would also point that out to kids, like all these kids like the same thing you like. Look how excited they are about merging these Pokemon together. And so I think that was a really key pivotal moment for him to be able to see that. And then he was able to actually start to form a friendship. So lo and behold, he starts hanging out with this one particular kid every single week. And to the point where if the other boy was absent, he'd be asking, hey, when's he going to get here? Is he coming today? Are we expecting him? And we just saw this boy just unlock and gain confidence and gain friendship skills and start to just play with other people and talk, without being told to talk to somebody else, just initiating that conversation like we all want them to do, and really start to form a solid friendship with one child in particular, to such a point where they look for each other each time they're in group. And when that happens, we reach out to both of the families and we let them know that these two kids really seem to be forming a nice friendship, and we ask for permission to share their information with each other so that they can get them together outside of the center, have some play dates, all that sort of thing. And also, just as a side note, in terms of the information I'm sharing with you today about this particular boy, where I'm sharing information that is somewhat identifiable to who he is, I did ask the parents for permission and was granted to be able to talk about him today. So this little guy just really just gained in confidence. He probably wonders, why is Miss Nadine smiling at me all the time? And honestly, I do just have this goofy smile on my face when I see him playing with other kids, because I'm just so excited to see how he is just loving being with other kids. He's unlocked. He's making great conversation. He's saying, hey, everybody, look what I built. And inviting attention from other people to him. And all these things are just so incredibly huge for this guy and for any of the kids that we work with. They're inviting people into their world, which is just amazing. And even yesterday, we had a brand new boy come try the group, and wasn't this kid the one talking to him, playing air hockey with him, connecting with him? And this was a brand new person that he hadn't had time to develop a level of comfort with. And he still was just excited to be with this boy and unlocked with a brand new person, which is just amazing. So I was just super excited about the story. I just wanted to share it with you and some of the tricks that we did to kind of reduce his anxiety, give him information about friendship. What does it mean to be a friend to somebody else? What do you look for in a friend? How do you access that friendship that might be available to you? How do you find people who have like interests in you and connect in with those people through those interests? And then really just gain his confidence so that he could eventually find friends within the time that he's with us at the center, but also maybe somebody he can get together with outside of the center and maybe really deepen that friendship going forward. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please hit the like button, add a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and hit subscribe if you want to hear more from us, or just check out our blog. We have a lot of different blogs, both on our website at simplysocialkids.com and also on our YouTube channel, where we touch on a lot of different social skills topics. And if there's anything you want to hear from me in the future, just shoot me a note and let me know. I'm happy to address any issues that you would be wondering about that I might be able to help with. So thanks very much for listening. I really appreciate it.